It's time for Waking Up with Wesley. Today's forecast and weather-wide discussion with WLOX First Alert Weather's senior meteorologist, Wesley Williams.
Waking Up with Wesley is sponsored by Exclusive Auto Brokers. For the best deals on wheels, visit Exclusive Auto Brokers on Beatline Road in Long Beach.
Good morning, Mississippi, and thank you for waking up with Wesley. I'm senior meteorologist Wesley Williams. Hip, hip, hooray! We have 3 cheers for the end of the heat wave in South Mississippi. Yes, we're probably going to heat back up again next week, but let's just focus on the short term. Small victories. We don't have high temperatures that'll be close to 100 today, and we don't have a heat index that's going to be dangerous today. Now, the reason why is because of the rain, and some of y'all have already seen a good deal of rain. If you were hanging around yesterday during the PM hours, we had some downpours on the Mississippi coast, and y'all actually sent us some pictures. So let's take a look at some of the pictures sent to us in the WLOX weather app. What I'm doing here is I'm pulling up the website, WLOX.com/weather, and once you do that, I can click out of here, and you'll see here's what it looks like at the top. If you just simply scroll down, and then right here on the right, that's the weather picture gallery where you can see all of the latest approved pictures and videos submitted by our viewers. A few of the ones I wanted to focus on were some of the stormier ones, like this from Jeff showing wicked lightning at Highway 57 and 90 intersection. And what I'm going to do is click through some of these so you can see how the lightning changed there on the left. So you got a couple of different snapshots of that lightning bolt. That one's pretty cool. Let's see if we can open it up a little bit bigger for you on the screen. And yeah, it's easy to see. Had a lot of lightning in that particular view there. So we also had another picture that I wanted to share with you, and it was actually a video from Christian showing Gulf shelf cloud. Let's see if we can full screen this. This is incredible. Thanks for sending this video. I think we actually showed it on TV last night as well. But that right there you are looking at, it looks like, you know, almost like a spaceship or something. But what it really is the front leading edge of a thunderstorm cloud. And we typically call this a shelf cloud. So you're looking directly at the front of the storm, and it is moving directly toward the camera, or in this perspective, it's moving from left to right. We'll leave it on this final perspective for a moment. And so this is the front of the storm. It is moving from left to right. If you are on the right side of the picture, you're obviously going to be seeing this big old low-hanging cloud hanging towards you, or moving towards you, and you're probably going to get some gusts of wind. Usually there is a gust of wind that's kicked up right ahead of this shelf. And then once you get behind the shelf, there's actually a bunch of rain, pouring rain, and also some more wind gusts within the thunderstorm. So just an incredibly impressive view there that our viewer was able to share with us. And yeah, this is one of those thunderstorms that you do tend to see in the summertime. We do tend to see those shelf clouds very often. It's a very typical thing, but it's never not impressive. I'm going to hit like on that. Did you know you can actually hit like on the various pictures and videos? I've been rolling it around in my head. If we get enough people to do that, I might wind up doing like a Friday top 5 or something where we show the top 5 most liked of the week or something. But I need y'all to vote in order for me to do that. Anyway, Chris had this lightning, intense lightning picture from Long Beach. Look at how the lightning has like little legs coming off of it. This is so incredible to see. Dangerous when you're too close to it, but if you can be far enough away from it and manage to capture it on a picture like this, just really cool stuff. Let's see, one more picture and then we'll go. This is another look at, they call it a wall cloud, but it's actually a shelf cloud, and this was over in Orange Grove, in that neighborhood near Gulfport. Now, speaking of Gulfport, we actually have this time lapse that was rolling yesterday in downtown Gulfport, and you're going to see the exact same thing as we face the camera off toward the east. That storm was moving in from Biloxi, and just watch, you'll see the low-hanging cloud rolling directly toward the camera lens, and then the wind gusts start to kick up, and then the rain starts to fall. A classic shelf cloud. So very, very cool to see across the area. And as we take one more look at that time lapse before we move on, I just want to remind you that we're going to see views like this. These stormy views, get used to them. We're going to see this type of thing pretty often. As we go through the next 2 to 3 days, we're going to deal with higher rain chances. So scattered showers and storms are going to be expected in the area. It's not going to rain every hour. It's not going to rain every day in every location either. But there will be some rain somewhere in South Mississippi each day at some point. Now, the temperatures yesterday, they managed to go all the way to the upper 90s. And we had a high of 96 in Biloxi, a high of 96 in Moss Point, Pascagoula, and a high of 97 in Gulfport. So that was certainly a swelteringly hot day, hotter than normal. All the time, no matter how many times it happens, we always hear, well, it's summer, it's supposed to be hot. And that is absolutely true. But the supposed to be is right there in that blue box, 90. So when you go above that, it's hotter than normal, and so it's noteworthy. Could you imagine if it became like 1,000 degrees and then someone's out there, well, it's 1,000 degrees, but it's summer, it's supposed to be hot. Like, well, yes, 1,000 is hot, but it's clearly hotter than usual. So same concept here. 97, yes, it's summer heat, but it's hotter than our normal 90. Hattiesburg hit 99. Jackson and Vicksburg also almost hit 100. And then over the state line, Monroe, Louisiana actually did go to 100. The good news today is that we are going to see that decrease in the heat. Yesterday's temperatures made it all the way to the upper 90s. Today might only have upper 80s in a few spots. So that's a welcome change. It will be more comfortable to spend time outside. Just that you might be dodging some raindrops from time to time with the scattered showers and thunderstorms developing at times in our area. Now, you clicked on this video, you might be wondering about our risk of flooding rain. And today it is at a level 1 out of 4. So that's low, but it's not 0. And it's actually going to stay at that same level on Thursday and on Friday. And then we actually lose the risk heading into Saturday. But for the next 2 to 3 days, we do want to watch for that low, but not 0 potential for some street flooding in the area. While we don't have much of a rain chance this morning, it is going to increase by midday and into the PM hours. You're looking at Thursday around 2, 3, or 4 in the afternoon, and you're seeing some wetter weather in the area with those higher rain chances heading into the second half of the day. This is all brought on by a Gulf low that is circulating and swirling there in the northern Gulf. Doesn't really look like it's getting better organized, but the National Hurricane Center does give this a low chance to become a depression or storm. Last week, you might be getting deja vu because last week we literally said basically the same thing. We were watching a low pressure in the Gulf. Last week it was called 93L. This week it didn't even have a name yet or a number yet. So we'll see. Maybe if the National Hurricane Center deems this as an invest, then it will be declared as 95. That's the next available number. 94 was already used by a wave in the Atlantic. But right now we look at this and we don't really see anything terribly organized. We just see a gentle swirling of showers and storms in this general area to the south of the Louisiana-Mississippi coastline. Now, over the next 3 days, look at the rain potential. This is from Wednesday through the end of Friday, really into parts of Saturday, and from Thursday into parts of Saturday. And you're seeing that there's that purple color there over parts of Louisiana and Mississippi and Alabama, and maybe even parts of the Florida Panhandle. So once you get to the purple color on our scale, that's at least an inch of rain, if not inch and a half. And at times, those totals could get closer to 2, almost 3 inches of rain. So for the next 3 days, we're looking at generally 1 to 3 inches of rain across parts of the northern Gulf, where we are here on the Gulf Coast. Now we can take away, obviously there is a bullseye of rain that's sitting way out here over the water, and hopefully that's where it stays. It doesn't move on to land, because then that would just make the flooding even worse. But if we can get the bullseye to kind of stay over water, and we show you, if we kind of subtract the water view and just focus on the land, this helps you to focus on where the higher rain totals are over land. And that would be generally in the middle part of Louisiana, and frankly, in parts of coastal Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama as well. So we actually have some raw modeling information. We'll see if a new run came in. Looks like it's about the same information that I looked at last time. So this is raw computer model information showing the rain projections for the next 3 days. And the color you see there that hits every county is orange, at least. So that means we're at least going to see around a couple of inches of rain somewhere in each county over the next 3 days. Now that red color does not touch every county for the most part, and then that pinkish purplish color definitely does not touch every county. So it seems like while many of us will probably see rain that's around 2 inches, only a few of us will see heavier amounts that will be closer to 3 or 4, maybe even 5 inches, or maybe even a little bit more. And this is multiple days stacked on top of each other. If you broke it down day by day, you usually are getting about 1 inch of rain a day. So that's why we're going to see about 1 to 3 over the next 3 days. And you can see today showing those scatter showers and storms. Notice that not every single location gets rained on. That's why the rain chance is not 100%, because not everyone will get rained on. Tomorrow there might also be a few breaks in the rain, but we could still see a few isolated heavy downpours that could lead to localized street flooding. And then on Saturday, we're seeing more breaks in the rain on that day. So that means our rain chance begins to decrease. You know, tell that to Pascagoula, who could be dealing with, a big old downpour. If we make this a bit bigger on your screen, you can see this shows Pascagoula getting more than 2 inches of rain on Saturday, but Gulfport Biloxi getting no rain on Saturday. That type of location information is not set in stone, but it just goes to show that it's going to be a bit more hit or miss, right? There's going to be misses, there's going to be hits as we get to Saturday, as opposed to Thursday, Friday, where it might be a little bit more widespread. So there's a forecast into the next 7 days, and that's why those rain chances decrease a little bit as we go from today and tomorrow into Saturday. But all of these days, over the next 2 to 3 days, you do want to carry a rain jacket with you. You're probably going to get some use out of that. And then finally, going to the second half of the weekend, new information coming in, looking a little drier for Sunday into next Monday, Tuesday. We'll have more high pressure in place. And this is summer, folks, so when you lose the rain chances, you're easily going to see the temperatures climbing back up. We're expecting highs to return to the sizzling mid-90s by the time we get to next Monday, maybe even seeing some upper 90s by the time we get to next Tuesday. And then by the middle of next week, next Wednesday, maybe we'll see an increase in the wet weather pattern again, and that could help us to kind of see less heat by that point in time. But yeah, lots of ups and downs on your 7-day forecast here. Right now we're down on temperatures, and then by Sunday we're up on temperatures. But for rain, right now we're up on rain chances, but then by Sunday we're down on rain chances. So hopefully you're able to keep up with all of the changes that are in our weather pattern as we round out the rest of the month of July and close in on the start of August, heading into next week. Well, that'll do it for this Thursday edition of Waking Up with Wesley. I've been Senior Meteorologist Wesley Williams. I hope that you have a great day, and we'll see you again next time. Take care.
Waking Up with Wesley has been sponsored by Exclusive Auto Brokers. For the best deals on wheels, visit Exclusive Auto Brokers on Beatline Road in Long Beach.